Hi everybody. I want to talk about risk in business because I get asked an awful lot, is this program safe? Is this safe? Is this a scam? Is this real? Is this, and there is no real answer to any of those questions because no matter what you do, there is always a risk involved. I always apply certain rules when I'm getting involved in any business opportunity. If it has a product, would I buy that product even if there was no opportunity attached? If the answer is yes, then fine, I'll go ahead a bit further anyway. If the answer is no, then why would I want to offer something to somebody else that I wouldn't buy myself? Most people, though, are not concerned with joining something that is selling potions or pills or high-priced courses that you can get all the information for anyway online free. These are just developed to get around the rules for network marketing. A lot of the programs today are focused on trading, mining, in other words, creating passive income as long as you invest some of your hard-earned cash. Usually, the higher the rate that they're offering to pay you at, usually a percentage per day or per week or per month, the greater the risk. But it's not necessarily the case. Everything carries a risk. If a program has just started, it's risky because you don't know where it's going to go. If a program's been running for a few years, it may have come to the end of its life expectancy because most of these programs only last a few years. So if a program's been running for 2 years, is it a better option than one that's just starting? Not necessarily. If a program's been running for 2 years, is it safe because it's been running for 2 years? Not necessarily. Is it a bad option because it's been running for 2 years? Not necessarily. The fact is, we don't really know how something is going to play out until we get involved in it. And there is always a chance of it being here today and gone tomorrow. If it's got a professional website, does it make it less risky than one that's got something that looks like it's been knocked together in a couple of minutes? Not necessarily, no. I've seen programs that have lasted for 2 or 3 years with very basic websites that almost anybody could create. And I've seen really flashy websites that have come and gone within a few weeks. There is no gauge. If you check on the background of a website, whether the information that they provide is all 100% accurate, does it make them less risky? Not necessarily. I've known sites that have had 100% accurate information, addresses, people behind the programs that have disappeared just like that. I've also known programs that have looked really suspicious in the fact that they have a mailing address with no actual physical address that you can get to. You don't know who is behind the program, you don't know what it is, and I've known them last for several years. So the best thing to do is apply some basic rules that are really just common sense. 1. Never put in money that you're not prepared to lose. Okay? I mean that. I mean prepared to lose. Treat any money that you put into something as something that you've bought, it's gone, it's finished with, that money has disappeared. Okay? If you can't do that with what you're putting in, if you can't do that and you're going to lose sleep over it, don't do it. If you are in a program that is paying you income, your first priority is to get back what you put in. If it says it'll pay you 100% in 3 months, in 3 months' time, get your money out and then play with the balance that's left. If you put in $100 and in 3 months' time it's worth $200, pull out your $100. Then you've got $100 you can't lose. It doesn't matter whether you build it up to 10,000 and then they disappear and you say, oh, I've lost $10,000. No, you've not lost anything because you didn't put anything in that you haven't had back out. Okay? You may have lost some time, and the way to overcome that is to strategically withdraw from anything that you're involved in. Just as an example, let's suppose you're in something that doubles in value every month. Let's suppose you put in $10. At the end of month one, you've got $20. Get your $10 out. So it's like starting from scratch again, but without putting any money in. You've got $10 there, but it's cost you nothing. At the end of the next month, you've got $20, but you want to keep building it, but you want to get something out. So pull out $5 of your profit maybe. That'll leave you with $15. And if that's going to double, next month you'll have $30. Pull out maybe $10. You've now got $20, and the end of the next month you'll have $40. Pull out another $10. Leaves you with $30. At the next month you've got $60. Pull out maybe $20. The end of the next month you've got $40. And you can keep doing that and doing that and doing that. And when and if, and it's probably more related to when this opportunity folds, you've got a profit. You've got some cash that you've got back out of it. So rule number one, golden rule, never put in money that you're not prepared to lose, because you could put it in today and that could be gone tomorrow. And if that's going to upset you, don't get involved in it. If you're going to put your money in, treat it as having gone. If you get it back, great. Then you can go with step two. Allow it to keep building, but pull a little bit out on a regular basis so that you're getting into profit. You're getting paid for the time that you've been involved in it. If you're going to refer people, rule number three, because most of these pay you additional funds for referring, make sure you tell people the same rules. Tell them you're doing what you're doing. Tell them that if they're not happy with losing whatever they're going to put in, to move on, go somewhere else, look for something else that they are happier with. Don't put all your eggs in one basket is another golden rule. You might see 5 different opportunities. Why just pick one of them? Why not spread your risk? If you've got $100 to invest, maybe $20 in each one. That way maybe one disappears quickly, the other 4 may keep going for a bit longer. They pay for your loss in month one and start making money for themselves. And you can look for another one to replace the one that's gone, because sooner or later the other 4 are going to go as well. Risk is always there. It's unlikely that you're going to get involved in something that will be with you for the rest of your life and your children's lives and their children's lives. It rarely happens. I'm not saying it never happens. There will be some opportunities that will be around for a long, long time, maybe indefinitely. Some of the better known names in the multi-level marketing industry have been around for a long time: Forever Living Products, Herbalife, Shackley. Not sure Shackley still has the same name, but I mean that's been around for a long, long time. So there are some programs that may outlast you, but don't bank on it. Never put in more than you're prepared to lose. Get out your stake as early as you can. Start taking some profits, but building your investment, and spread the load. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And that way you're reducing your risk. Try and avoid programs that force you to commit more than you're prepared to put in. If a program says the minimum investment is $1,000 and you're only prepared to lose $500, pass it by. Maybe at a later date, by following the rules, you'll be prepared to put $1,000 in and lose it. But if it's not fitting your criteria at this moment in time, don't do it. If it's good, it'll be around later on. If it disappears in the meantime, you've saved yourself $1,000. So sometimes small investments, and I say investments in inverted commas because they are just risky bets, really, a little bit of gambling on the future, gambling that that program is going to be around long enough to show you a profit, but don't bank on it. But if something, if it's only like $10 to get in, and $10 is something that you could throw into a beggar's hat, then yeah, why not have a go at it? But don't be tempted, don't be getting greedy and say, oh yeah, this is working, so I'm going to put in $1,000 now, because it can go just as quick. Okay? 1, don't put in more than you're prepared to lose. 2, get your stake out as early as possible. 3, take a profit while continuing to build your investment. 4, don't get greedy. And 5, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And 6, everything, no matter how good it looks, has got a risk attached to it. Accept the risk. Ignore the fact that some people are knocking the program. Ignore the fact that some people are praising the program. Just say, am I prepared to risk this amount in this program for the amount of time it'll take me to get my cash back? And if the answer is yes, then take that risk. If the answer is no, look for something else. Below this, I have a program which you can get involved in for $9. Is there any risk attached? Yeah, of course there is. I've just been through all that. But it pays very well. It has been around for a while. Does that make it any less risky? No. Does it make it more risky? No. But it's just $9. Don't get carried away. You might say, okay, I can afford easily to lose $9. I'll put in 20. Or you might say, I can easily afford to lose $100. Put in 100. Whatever you're comfortable with. But you can get started for $9, which for most people is an acceptable risk, because it'll double your money every 30 days for just a few minutes a day. Okay? Check out the program. I've got a link to it below. But whatever program you're looking at, just always apply those golden rules. God bless.